And it's now my pleasure to ask President and CEO of United Way of Central Kentucky, Ms. Megan Stith, to come to the microphone, and it's all about United Way from here on. Thank you all.
Thank you, Brad. I wish you all could see what I see from up here. It is wonderful to have the presence of so many white shirts and supporters and friends of United Way in the group today. And it's such an honor that the Chamber graciously gives us this opportunity to share our work with each of you every year. Because of the generosity and leadership of so many in this room, I'm proud to announce that through pace-setter campaigns that have been happening at companies across our community over the past several weeks, today as we publicly kick off our campaign, we've already raised over $100,000 through the contributions of First Citizens Bank, UPS Supply Chain Solutions, Mauser Cabinetry, Citizens Union Bank, Monument Chemical, and Hardin County Schools. So please join me in thanking those donors. We're also excited to announce that a benefit concert made possible by your community bank and the Brian Young Band will help give our community an extra push towards that campaign goal and allow more of our community to support United Way. But despite all of those accomplishments, there is still a lot of work to be done. As you can see at each of your tables, those folks in those white shirts are eating a different lunch than many of you got to enjoy. They have crackers and juice boxes as their lunch today to represent the 1 in 4 children in our community that's here in Hardin, Breckenridge, Grayson, LaRue, and Meade counties. So that's not overseas, it's not in a third world country, but that's in our schools, in our local families. 1 in 4 of those kids are living in poverty. And our representatives that are volunteering today, eating a lunch that's very similar to what those children rely on through programs like the Backpack Initiative, which allows kids to have food over the weekend when they're not being fed at school. Unfortunately, the need is real, and we cannot meet it without you, because your support helps us put measures in place that not only help those in need to stop needing help, but also prevent the root causes of so many of the challenges our community faces. We want kids that are ready for school, ready to learn when they enter kindergarten, kept on track through those very difficult transitions. My mom is here, and I apologize for middle school. We all have those hard times. You need someone in a positive relationship, whether it's a mentor, whether it's a teacher, or an after-school program, to keep that investment lasting in the community, so ultimately we can create a generation that does not need help with things like food and utility and rent assistance. So today we're asking for the help, all of your help, but also the help of one of our region's most important business leaders. I'm really nervous to talk to her. She's going to be joining us via video conference. You may know her as a public figure who led her company, Citron, to the highest level of chamber membership in the chamber's top investor video. So without further ado, we are going to conference in Kid CEO.
Did someone say you need help for kids?
Kid CEO, I'm a huge fan. I really loved the video that you made with some of our top investors, all of whom are supportive of United Way of Central Kentucky. Since she is a business leader that I admire, we wanted to see if Kid CEO would be interested in becoming part of the United Way of Central Kentucky network, because we are working to reduce the number of kids just like her that are living in poverty in our community. And we thought that you'd be the best partner to join us.
Everyone knows the next thing you should do after joining the chamber is becoming a United Way supporter. But you're going to have to work hard to get me on board. Are you old enough to be a boss?
Okay, this could be tougher than I thought. So I might need some help. Can I call on a few of our mutual friends who explained so eloquently in the Chamber Top Investor video to share with us why they support United Way? So, Madam CEO, what do you need to know to invest in United Way?
What is UWCK about?
Wow, Kid CEO, that is a great question. And it stands for United Way of Central Kentucky. United Way of Central Kentucky is about making our communities better. It's a partnership of caring and compassionate people, and those people come from all facets of our community. They're businesses, they're companies, they're partner agencies, they're our neighbors, they're our friends. They're all of us that are working together, and it really does take all of us to make an impact. You know, we've learned that working together to improve education, income, health, financial stability, and basic needs is the only way that it works. It improves not only individual lives, but it builds better family, it builds better businesses, better neighborhoods, and ultimately a better community. Now, if I were to say, in summary, what does that really mean, Kid CEO? What that means is helping others helps all of us.
Is it just for the big companies?
I'm Rita Williams, the Small Business Chair for the 2015 campaign, so I'll try to answer this question for you. United Way is all about you, the people who are the donors, the volunteers. You are the people that make things happen. And we at United Way try to customize our approach to working with you on a personal basis that works especially for your company. The Live United 365 Small Business Circle makes giving easy, and we work while giving the business the highest level of exposure from the public for the investment that you make of just $1 a day. Whether you're self-employed or you have 2 employees like I have, United Way is there to help you with your experience and to make it great and to support our community, and that's what we're here to do today. Thank you.
What's in it for my business?
Kid CEO, not only does supporting United Way of Central Kentucky allow you to make the greatest impact on your local community, where we all call home, but it's been great for our business as well. United Way is a network of people coming together to do big things, and as part of that network, Hard Memorial Health not only hosts a workplace campaign, but has collaborated on several community projects that allow us to reach our community outreach goals. UWCK planned a custom service project for our leadership team to volunteer at Spring Haven Domestic Violence Center. And this year it involved us in the Don't Miss the Bus school supply drive. As part of a staff cross-training program, we donated shoes to Hardin County students needing help getting ready to go back to school. These initiatives have increased public awareness of HMH's involvement in our community and have provided valuable team building opportunities for our leadership team. Some companies even give corporate donations to United Way that help them align with their corporate social responsibility goals.
How do you have fun?
Yeah, Kid CEO, Greg Polly here, and I got Michael Bateman with me. I think we can talk about fun, all right? So a lot of people just have fun by fundraising for United Way. A good example of that is sponsoring the 5K run. I've attended several of those as an observer. Haven't ever ran it, but they look fun and they raise a lot of money.
Yeah, and when you think about fun, the 2 people you think about first are a couple of bankers to tell you about how to have fun. But there are other ways too. There are kissing pig contests.
Oh yeah, you know, you could wear blue jeans and that kissing pig thing. I'd love to see Ray Springsteen kissing pig.
We also have parking lot spot raffles. UK and Yule Battle competitions, as well as Kona Ice Truck Days.
Yeah, we tried a mud wrestling thing one time. That didn't work, but mud volleyball is a huge hit. And fishing tournaments, those are awesome. You can raise money, having a lot of fun. And then you can just get a bunch of gift baskets together and have an auction. That's a blast. So, Kid CEO, that's what we do to have fun.
Can I get my friends involved?
Of course, we can't do any of this without our friends, and United Way is just that. It's a way of getting things done together rather than just one person. So if your company runs a United Way workplace campaign, I'm gonna make you all stand up one more time, I'm sorry. If your company runs a United Way workplace campaign, if you've made a corporate gift or in-kind donation, if you personally donate to United Way, if you're a board or committee member, an agency partner, a United Way fellow, or part of our amazing team at our office, will you please stand so we can thank you?
I'm interested. But where's Carl Slope?
Madam CEO, Carl Swope, he apologizes. They keep selling all of his cars, and he didn't do his chores and eat his green beans, so his dad wouldn't necessarily let him drive another car here today. But they asked me to speak because we have the same hairline, Carl and I do. So anyway, I'm speaking because I'm actually the chair this year for the campaign. And, you know, Madam CEO, what a great organization. You know, we work so much with different charities. And I could not believe how many of the organizations that I give time and resources to are part of the United Way campaign, from Feeding America to Big Brothers Big Sisters to the Community Health Clinic to Spring Haven. You know, and the money we raise here stays here, Kid CEO.
United Way is good for your business. It helps families, your customers and co-workers. What more do I need to know?
Well, Kid CEO, this is Mama Prophet, the pie lady, and I baked the pie for you, and I hope this will help you get on board with United Way.
That's the deal. Kids in Central Kentucky, help is on the way.
Well, I don't have the hairline. I have the hairline, but I don't have the hair as Kid CEO, which I wish I did. It would be his amazing thing. But now that they're on our team, we would like to have you on our team. This is a community. This community continues to give back. And I agreed to be a chair this year because of this community and what everybody does here. If you've not donated before, you've not given your time to the United Way campaign or the United Way, I ask you to look at what the United Way does for this community and how they continue to support here. And you think about it, nobody can do it on their own. You think about the ants who work together. You think about the honeybees who work together. You ask a quarterback if he can do it on his own, and I guarantee you there's a defensive squad that'll tell him no, he needs 10 more players if he's going to make it happen. What we're asking is that you guys be on our team. It is a team that as we all work together, we can make some magic happen. And every year you guys do that, and we're so appreciative of it. Andrew Carnegie said, teamwork is the ability to work together toward a common vision. It's the fuel that allows common people to obtain uncommon results. I told Megan, I said, I don't have that United Way story. She said, yes, you do. Look around you. There are United Way stories everywhere. And there are United Way stories at every one of your tables today. You may not necessarily know those stories, and you may not realize that you're leaving a mark on people, but you're not just leaving a mark and helping people, but you're changing people's destiny. You're changing people's future, and we appreciate that, and thank you for all your support.
Now we are excited to premiere our 2015 campaign video, which shares more of those local success stories that you have made possible over the last year. So without further ado, we will premiere our video.
Here's my daddy. He's the best daddy in the world. He is handsome. He is smart. He is nice to everyone. He thinks that I can do anything. He is my hero. But Daddy worries. He worries about finding a job. He worries about having enough money. He worries about having enough food. He worries about finishing his degree. And he worries about me. He works hard because of me, but he can't do it by himself. Will you help us?
We all have dreams for ourselves and hope for our children, but sometimes the life we expect is not the one we live. 1 in 6 residents, including 1 in 4 children, live in poverty, right here in Hardin, Breckenridge, Grayson, LaRue, and Meade counties.
I think the United Way program, Cradle School, has really helped, first, the parents go and see what the children might need when they go to school, what kind of structure the kids are going to have when they go to school. And going through this program, I think, will really help her be prepared for when she does go to preschool for the full year. I can tell that it's made her a little more independent. I see her wanting to go and learn. It's a great, great program. I love it.
My life was chaos. Didn't know which way I go, up or down. And then when United Way came along, they helped us to learn and finance and communicate better with others.
Before United Way, it was a day-by-day struggle. You know, being on insulin syringe shots, up to 12 a day as a kid, growing up to now. I worked at a factory working 75 to 93 hours a week. I was pushing so hard to have the money to provide for all this health care, but my next step would have been disability. I'm a working man, but without the help, that was my only option. Knowing that I had someone to help me that cared about me, other than family, I didn't have anybody who could help me or knew how to help me until United Way, you know, and that was absolutely amazing. It brings tears to my eyes sometimes, because just knowing that I am that cared about to people that don't know me, you know, it's very, very amazing.
Groceries had went out of sight about when we started going a few years back. And church did everything they could. But the donations for getting the food was getting grim. They thought they were going to have to actually shut it down before they got the grant from United Way to help them get this food. And when they did get the help, things got great. I mean, you got more food, better quality of food, and going to the stores, you know, is just ridiculously high. You can't go in for a week's supply without $150 in your pocket, and we're on very fixed income. $733 a month for me. So when you're on that kind of income and you have bills, like everyone, things just get out of hand. And you don't get the quality of food that you can afford to get.
You should definitely donate to United Way. Even if it's just a few bucks, anyone can be in the same situation, if not worse, that I was in. And anything helps. I can honestly say United Way, they saved my life. You know, it's that serious, you know, and for the people who have it worse than me, it could save their life too.
Because of you, my daughter will be ready for school.
Because of you, I have a good, positive role model.
Because of United Way, I got the financial information I needed to keep my family afloat.
Thank you for keeping a roof over my head.
Thank you for giving me another chance.
Thank you, United Way, for making sure we have dinner tonight.
When you give to United Way, you create success stories that strengthen our whole community. A strong investment here saves our community here.
Thank you to the entire team who helped make that video possible, because it's without those stories, that is what we're all here for today. And so many of us in this room have those United Way stories. And at this time, we'd like to turn over a few minutes to the host at your table that has a connection to United Way, so they can share why they've chosen to volunteer in our service today. Before we leave this afternoon, we have a couple more quick things to do, but we do ask that today you make a commitment to be part of the solution and join United Way in that partnership. And that can be either through turning in a business card to your table host so we can talk with you about what a potential partnership might look like to benefit your business. Or if your company is already running a workplace campaign, there's a pledge card inside that brochure. You can fill it out today and get it off your to-do list. So we ask that today you do leave here having taken some action to join United Way in this collective effort to improve our community. So without further ado, I will turn it over for a few minutes to our table host so you can share. And if you haven't already decided how you're going to support United Way of Central Kentucky this campaign season, we have a special extra treat for you to be able to do so. As you saw, Miss Barbara had baked one of her pies, and since Kids CEO, it wouldn't be very pro-education of us to have pulled her out of school. So since she wasn't here to be able to take that pie, Miss Barbara offered graciously to put that up for auction today. So we found out that yesterday afternoon, and since then have had a pretty friendly rivalry with our friend Greg Milby, who then got very busy in his kitchen and wanted to make something to try to rival Barbara. So if you're like me on a nonprofit budget, I've never had Barbara Profit pie because I can't afford it. But nothing against your cookies, Greg. We have some baked goods to auction off if you would like to go home with a Barbara Profit pie or some of Greg's wonderful cookies. There's a chance to do that as our final step today. And thank you to Cordell and his team for agreeing on short notice to have our auction.
Yep, now 200. At 200 to be in 1 or 2, 2, 1 or 2. Now he says they're good. At 200, at 2 to be in 1 or 2, 2, 1 or 2, 2. Now 225. At 225, 250. At 250 to be at 275. At 275, pound 1 or 5, pound 1 or 5. Get 275, Bob. At 275, now 3. At 300 to be in 1 or 3, 3, 1 or 3, give 3. At 275, 3. 3, now 3 and a quarter. At 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. At 3 and a quarter to be in 1 and a half, half, 1 and a half, give 3 and a half, 375. At 375, pound 1 or 5, pound 1 or 5, give 375. At 375, at 400, now 4 and a quarter. At 400, 4 and a quarter. At 400 to be in order, $25 to be in order to 5, get 4 and a quarter. At 4 and a quarter, at 4, I wouldn't lose it. Get 4 and a quarter. At 400 to be in order, $25, I got 500. At 500, I got 5, 600. At 6 to be in order, 6, 6, 1, 6, give 6. At 5, 6. At 5, you didn't think your brownies that good, did you? At 600, give 5 and a quarter then. At 500 to be in 120, I can smell it. At give 5 and a quarter. At 5 to be in 125, to be in 125, give 5 and a quarter. At 5 and a quarter to be in 125, to be in 125, give 5 and a quarter. 5 and a quarter. See that? We thank you for what you did do. Anybody else? I'm going to sell it to Bob Schwab for $500. Thank you, Bob. If that's worth 600, this pie is worth 1,000, isn't it? I got 5. Now 5.5. I got 5.5. That 5 to be in 1.5, $1 be in 1.5. Get 5.5, 5.5. Now 6. That's 600, 6.5. I got 6.5. Now 7. That's 7 to be in 7.5. That's 7 to be in 1.5, 8. 8.5. At 8.5. Now 9. At 9 to be in $1,900 be in 1.9. 9.5. At 9 to be in 1. It's just money. I got 9.5. Now 1,000. That's $1,000. She's not crying. It's tax deductible too. Give $1,000. I got 1,000. Now 50. Brad, sit down. He got so weak. Give 1,050. That 1,000 be in $150 be in 1. I got 1,050. Now 1,100. At 1,100, I got 11.5. 11.5 yourself. Give 11.5. You know, you never bet against yourself. Give 11.5. That 11 will be in 1. That's a good auctioneer when you do that. Give 11.5. That 11 will be in 1.5. Give now 12. At 12. At 1,200. At 12 to be in order, $1,200. Give 11.75. Now 12. At 1,200. Now 12.25. At 12 to be in, I think he's about done. Give 12.25. At 12 to be in order. At 12.5. At 12.5. At 12.25 to be in half. 1,500. Now 2,000. I wouldn't let him show me up like that. 2,000. I got 1,500. Give 2,000. Okay, they'll match them. There'll be 2 of them for 1,500 apiece. Thank you, Brad. Really. Thank you. Thank you all.
Well, I'm speechless. I'm just amazed. There's nothing more we can say, but thank you.
Thank you.